What's up, guys? Today I'll be rebuilding this beautifully restored Craftsman vise 3.5-inch model 508 51801, made in the USA. So since the audio was kind of poor when I step away from the phone, I'm doing this on my phone. I don't have a super high charge camera or anything fancy like that, or even a camera stand. So you'll see a wobbly video. I still haven't purchased a proper camera stand yet. I've been too busy restoring these vices. Anyway, so first thing I usually do is I rebuild the static jaw and with all the parts you see here, and then I put the body on the base, and that's pretty much it. Simple video, simple rebuild, but in case of some of you aren't sure or aware, or you're new to restoring vices, like I was at one point, it helps to show all the parts laid out. I have a washer and an E-clip. These things are what hold the screw handle into the jaw. The purpose of this, of the E-clip, as you'll see, there's a groove right here. Groove. So that's what the E-clip snaps into or slides into, and that allows the jaw to move out. I mean, obviously, when you screw the handle in, it goes in, but to allow the jaw to move out, you need the clip to hold it into place. So, anyway, without further ado, I'll rebuild this thing. Also, wanted to point out this screw housing piece. This goes into a groove in the body. And you'll see there's two sides to these. There's one like this side, and the other one has like a flat piece. Some of them have a little bubble here. Most of them that I've restored have this flat side. That piece faces out towards the back end of the vise. You slide it in. Because if you notice, there's a hole here in the base. That's what the bottom bolt goes up through. It goes up through the base and then into a hole in the body of the vise. And it comes up like this, and it holds this into place. So that's how this mechanism works. First things first, I'll rebuild the jaw. So be prepared for wobbly video as I do this. Washer first, then the E-clip. They're not all that easy. This one's super easy. Next, I take my grease, put a gob of it on the screw. Doesn't matter how greasy or gobbly this gets, because this part is covered by the channel once you flip it over. And your hands will never touch this. Next we take the body. I'll show you the groove. There you go, you can kind of see inside there. This just slides into the groove. Remember, with this flat part facing out the back end of the vise. Slide it in there. So the front might be easier to see. See if it's into the little groove. Next, take your base. You flip the body upside down, holding that piece into place. my cheapy freight screwdriver. And this screw bolt doesn't have to be torqued down all the way. The only purpose is for it to hold the base into place and to hold that housing into place. The main thing you'll want to be torquing down is the swivel handle. I'll show you, this just slides into there. That is what allows the base, the vise to swivel. Some people use a washer here. You can if you want, but the body is wide enough so it does get a grip on the vise. That's why these things didn't originally come with a washer for this part. Now we'll demonstrate the jaw moving in and out. Simple, smooth operation without too much camera wobble. But anyway, you see, I fully restored this vise myself. I did the two-tone painting. Lettering was done with a paint pen, and the tops of the jaws and the anvil were mirror polished. So that's it. Not mad for a 7-minute video. I'll also point out something else about the casting on these things. There's not much information about these things. I mean, they were probably cranked out by the millions by Columbia, who made these vices for Craftsman. So some of the casting differences. You'll see this one has the little swoopy swoop thing here. That is indicative of a vise that was made in the possibly 1958, 1959 time frame, which there aren't as many. I haven't seen as many. Another indicator is the handles. See how it has a little grooves here and a little coned ends. So that goes with these vices. Some of the other ones that were made between these vices were made mostly between the 60s and 70s. And the casting difference is this little swoopy swoop thing. They got rid of it and they just made this a straight shot. And there were some differences in the handles. They were more rounded on the ends and didn't have the groove. And the little tail part on the 60s and 70s model was a little bit wider, not as pointy on the end, a little bit stubbier, pretty much. So anyway, that's it with this video. Thanks.